Inspector General Colonel Gregory Cuomo announced the indictment of one of the 5 suspects that were named as being culprits to the commission of drug trafficking. It's interesting because, first of all, it has been close to a month or more since there was this intercepted consignment of cocaine at the Lagos International Airport, with government demonstrating interposition of different statements, clarities upon clarities every day, none of which has produced any credible investigative exercise to establish the basis for the public to believe that the actual individuals that bear the responsibility or the supreme responsibility of trafficking have been pursued. And so for the Director of Police to have paraded with Paul King, having charged and incarcerated at the Monrovia Central Prison, which in my view is intended to quiet the growing public controversy surrounding demands to name what has been coined as the big fish, is appalling. Because we know that international traffickers, if I know international drug traffickers, especially experienced traffickers, may have operated or that may be operating from the South American country of Colombia, that is allegedly the source of the cocaine under investigation, will now send a consignment of $19 million worth of cocaine, dangerous cocaine resources without a trusted domestic or local cartel or local network that will be expected to manage, to operate, if not finance, the movement of that cargo. And so the assumption or the perception being created by the police that of all the perceivably local traffickers or collaborators in what has now been identified as a cartel, that Porkin is the only big fish is a regrettable lie. To be a very close friend to Mr. Cuomo. In fact, we are hearing that this may continue to be a police deputy commissioner. So he occupies dual capacity while he is the head of the DEA. He is continuing to say yes sir to Gregory Cuomo. There are disturbing revelations that the two persons have unholy relationship. That will be investigated further to establish authenticity. I mean, we don't care about how they conduct themselves as individuals. It is their freedom to do so. But their relationship, if that relationship will infringe on the integrity of their professional responsibilities to the state, then it has to also be subject to scrutiny. So you have the head of DEA that answers yes to Gregory Cuomo, and there's a problem with that. You cannot be the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency that said from day one that the discovery of $19 million worth of cocaine constitute a serious criminal enterprise that you graded as a transnational organized crime, and then announce that you will not call name because that could jeopardize the investigative process and you need a time. Up to now, they've called no names except 5 persons. So to learn that this man, Biago, was recommended by Gregory Cuomo, police director, and that this Biago continues to be deputy police commissioner to Gregory Cuomo. So what transparent investigative process are you conducting if the chief or the officer in charge of the DEA is the one expected to give details about the drug boss, and whereas this man is still answerable to a man that is being suspected of tactically shielding one way or the other traffickers or suspects. And so that is a troubling revelation. And so we think just as Biago should step aside or should be suspended by the president until the investigative process establishes his innocence or involvement, or Mr. Gregory Cuomo that should also step aside because he cannot continue to preside all the investigation, whereas he has been or is being suspected of shielding or drug trafficking.
We can say to you with us stupor categorically, Samuel D. Twe is a free man, and the CDC will jealously protect him. And the CDC, as we speak to you now, and subsequently, we will be taking measures to communicate to our international partners, asking and demonstrating that the democracy of our country is at the verge of collapse. If anyone dare to try to return our country to the years of war, we can say to you, the CDC will not hesitate with a stiff resistance, democratic stiff resistance. We do that. Finabono, we think whatever they want to do, we encourage Finabono. We think Finabono can cooperate with them. They can go in, and what is it? Finabono can face them as a law-abiding institution. The fact that the verdict of the juror and our democratic system has spoken eloquently and loudly. The CDC stand with Samuel Twain. The leadership, when Mr. Boaka came, the leadership, we thought it was serious-minded people. And which, unfortunately, they govern themselves like they came through a coup d'etat where they allowed anger to have taken over their intelligence. And that's the reason we, as a former ruling party, we left the country honorably with dignity, nowhere so easily. It was a very narrow margin, less than 1%. And people thought we should not have done that. But our loss for the Liberian people, a fast, precipitated our ambition to govern the country. If anybody would think that my leadership or something that I did was unorthodox, that person has the authority, has the right to ensure me as a person I can be brought to book and whatsoever measure can be corrected. Because that's the reason why the Liberian people have given them an opportunity to right the wrong, if there were any wrong that was being orchestrated or committed by us. It's against our backdrop. During my leadership, was formal turning over process, and I still remain very active, engaged in every situation. If I have anything shady deeds or excesses, but then I will be someone, shying away from the public. And anybody who is uncomfortable with my leadership, he can also, initiate the requisite measure to bring me to book. Thank you so much. I'm not disappointed as a person. As an institution, we have taken a sober reflection. And within our sober reflection, we have got to respect the Liberian people's decision. And we believe that our anticipation was to do a lot more. And apparently for us, the Liberian people, stake, we may not have met their consideration and their determination. So now we feel much more challenged to ourselves as a political institution. Thankfully, that the Unity Party, who came to bed with lies, mischieved behavior, and the Liberian people are smarter than the lies they were told, and they can see through them. So with that, we become more appreciative that the Liberian people can be able to juxtapose between what happened then and what they are currently experiencing.
But are we concerned as the government as to how those drugs is entering the country continuously? We should know. And moreover, we commend the drug security for seizing the $300 million worth of drugs. But again, we want to tell them that we are also concerned, the Liberian people party UV are concerned about the 19.2 million drugs. This current drug situation should not be covered up for the $19.2 million drugs. Let everyone gets involved in this drug issue and let them be persecuted according to the law. The Liberian people are suffering. A country that have young people, maybe 60% of the population is young people, and over 60% you have about 20% or maybe above that is involved in the drugs. It's sad. It's troubling. Our colleagues are risk, and we have to address it. You have the drug security, the DEA is telling that they have nothing to detect as to if drugs coming in the country or drugs leaving the country. And it's very sad that we are even exporting drugs, and that's telling you how far we are reached. It's a very serious issue that we must address.
The Police Inspector General, Colonel Gregory Cuomo, announced the indictment of one of the 5 suspects that were named as being culprits to the commission of drug trafficking. It's interesting because, first of all, it has been close to a month or more since there was this intercepted consignment of cocaine at the Rivals International Airport, with government demonstrating interposition of different statements, clarities upon clarities every day, none of which has produced any credible investigative exercise to establish the basis for the public to believe that the actual individuals that bear the responsibility or the supreme responsibility of trafficking have been pursued. And so for the Director of Police to have paraded with Paul King, having charged and incarcerated at the Monrovia Central Prison, which in my view is intended to quiet the growing public controversies surrounding demands to name what has been coined as the big fish, is appalling. because we know that international traffickers, if I know international drug traffickers, especially experienced traffickers, may have operated or that may be operating from the South American country of Colombia, that is allegedly the source of the cocaine under investigation, will now send a consignment of $19 million worth of cocaine, dangerous cocaine resources, out a trusted domestic or local cartel or local network that will be expected to manage, to operate, if not finance, the movement of that cargo. And so the assumption or the perception being created by the police that of all the perceivably local traffickers or collaborators in what has now been identified as a cartel, that porking is the only big fake is a regrettable lie. The officer in charge of DEA, who is said allegedly to be a very close friend to Mr. Kumo, in fact, we are hearing that this may continue to be a police deputy commissioner. So he occupies dual capacity while he is the head of the DEA. He is continuing to say yes sir to Gregory Kumo. There are disturbing revelations that the two persons have unholy relationship. That will be investigated further to establish authenticity. I mean, we don't care about how they conduct themselves as individuals. It is their freedom to do so. But their relationship, if that relationship will infringe on the integrity of their professional responsibilities to the state, then it has to also be subject to scrutiny. So you have the head of DEA that answers yes to federal comment, and there's a problem with that. You cannot be the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency that said from day one that the discovery of $19 million worth of cocaine constitutes a serious criminal enterprise that you
Yes, indeed. Let me say a very pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Blaze Radio 90.7, the official voice of the Blaze Communications Network. Hey, today is Thursday. It is the 6th of August, AD 2026. What a wonderful way to say good afternoon and welcome to the round table. I mean, yet another fascinating edition. After we were here yesterday on another powerful edition of the program. So we're here this afternoon again, doing what we so love to do the best, doing what we have committed ourselves to doing. And indeed, this is the platform that gives our audience just the best information they deserve. And it's good that Liberian keep glued as we provide you all of the information as it unfolds across Liberia. My name is Archie Say Bob Yene. I'm your presenter on the round table. We're here and here again. On today's edition of the program, as usual, you know the Blaze Cash giveaway is here. So we're also here giving you money. All you could do is to dial star 799 star 9 hatch. Be a part of the Blaze Cash giveaway on the round table here this afternoon. So keep glued as we have this powerful discussion together. And this program runs from now till 6 o'clock. What we're going to be having on the table, we're going to take a very short break. Right after the theme song, we'll be back and let you know what we have for you on the table. Indeed, it is a pleasure to say welcome. And I mean, welcome back after this very short break. Again, this is the roundtable here on Blaze FM 90.7, and we broadcast to you from Painesville City, right at the Rehab bus standing point here around the president's residence. People say, oh, about the president radio station. So this is Rehab bus standing point. We situated right outside of Morovia, and my name is Archie Say Bob Yene. I'm the presenter of this program. And those of you watching us across Liberia, across the global village, by the way, we've been monitored via our Facebook and YouTube channels. We also have our online radio that those of you can follow our online radio and be part of our audience. So you can get all of the information as unfold. So good afternoon to all of you who already started watching us via Facebook. Nathan, we want to say welcome. Archie Power, welcome. James Jackson Way, welcome as well for following this wonderful, wonderful platform this afternoon. All you could do is to help share the live coverage to all of your groups and on Facebook, all of your groups on messengers and WhatsApp, so that people can get the information. But hey, what are we going to be looking at? Yesterday, we talked about the Nima lawmakers. Thank you, Way. The Nima lawmakers, in collaboration with the county's administration, distributing or disbursing a sum of 10,000 United States dollars to the 9 electoral districts lawmakers. We talked about that yesterday as part of their contribution to the district meet, so that lawmakers can go and boost their morale to the district meet that is currently ongoing in Ganta City. And part of that, the office of the superintendent, the county administration, have issued a release. We're going to read a release. Yes, they have issued a release. We're going to read that release just for a few minutes to give you all side of the story, because yesterday we talked about that. So since the county administration has put out a release, we're going to read that release right here on the platform just for a few minutes. And there was this incident that took place of recent in the Ominka community where this guy allegedly killed his 19-year-old girlfriend, Dearest P, for quote-unquote what he referred to as a suspicions of additional or escort relationship aside theirs. We're going to talk about that. He was yesterday apprehended in Kandiman City in our neighboring Sierra Leone right here. He has been brought to Liberia. So he also explained his side of the story, what actually happened. Though the lady is gone, she's dead, and the dead cannot speak, but justice needs to prevail. So we're going to explain his side of the story. We're going to bring you words from him as he explained what happened on that that led to that fateful incident. And we will also use this medium to caution our fellow young men and women who are now going into relationship There are things that you need not to do when you are in relationship, and are things that you need to be cautious of, things that you are not supposed to do, things that you're supposed to do when you're into relationship. We will look at that. We will look at that on the radio here this afternoon on the round table. And as you may be aware, the Foreign Affairs Minister, Madam Sarah Bess Loyante, has allegedly been linked, into this drugs business. People accusing her of being connected to this drugs thing. And like I told you yesterday, and I know many of our listeners, they are glued. We promise that every day as we come here, we're going to say something about this drugs. Every day we're going to say something about this drugs business because it is paramount to every Liberian. And so we have to give information on these discussions every day as it unfolds. So we're also going to be hearing the side of the Honorable Foreign Minister as she clears the air, as she defends her character, as she defends the integrity of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, as she defends her hard-earned integrity. Because, mind you, right now with Liberia's stand on the UN Security Council as a non-permanent member, it is important that security matters, issues that could impede the security of this country, be discussed in a very professional way. Issues that we feel could undermine the integrity of this country should be, particularly with people like the Foreign Affairs Minister, because she is the face of Liberia on the diplomatic scene. She addresses every diplomatic issues on behalf of the country. Her face is a billboard for Liberia outside there when it comes to the diplomatic community. And so when she's been accused of being involved in quote-unquote drugs transaction, of drugs cartel and other things, it raises more concern. And that's why we feel it is necessary that since she has spoken, she has cleared her side and make more clarity on this matter, we bring that to the public, to you, our listening audience. And we're going to look at that. So again, it's a pleasure to welcome you on the round table here on Blaze Radio in Painesville City. With the time now just 11 minutes up to 5 o'clock, and we're going to run up to 6. As usual, this program comes from Mondays to Fridays here on the radio. Hey, at first, we're going to go to Nimba County, and don't forget, like I said, the cash gift star 799 star 9 hatch. We're going to go to Nimba County. Let me read the release from, it's a long piece, but we're going to read that because we need to provide more information to our people as it relates to what we discussed yesterday about this whole Nimba County thing. So the Nimba County administration has issued a formal clarification regarding the controversial US 10,000 allocation under what it described as legislative engagement budget line in the county's 2026 budget, following growing public debate over reports that the funds were intended to support district football tournament. In the press release issued Thursday, which is today, the administration acknowledged that citizens have the right to question how public funds are allocated, emphasizing that transparency and accountability are essential pillars of democratic governance. However, the administration said recent public discussions have been based on inaccurate loose time orange give me change what your color tone business has been based on inaccurate information concerning the county's budget process and the implementation of the Local Governance Act. According to the release, The county administration did not independently create, withdraw, or distribute public funds to members of the legislative caucus, especially for football activities. The release explained that the appropriation was approved through the legal established county budget process by the county council in consultation with the relevant county governance structure, including the legislative caucus. The administration further clarified that the approved budget line is titled legislative engagement or constituency engagement, not electoral district meet tournament support, as has been reported in some public discussions. The release noted that under the Local Governance Act, the county administration is responsible for implementing approved budgetary decisions and does not have the authority to create new budget lines or allocate funds outside of those approved by the county's governance framework. The administration also stated that the legislative engagement allocation is similar to other approved budget provisions that support county priorities, including education, health interventions, and constituency focus initiatives. Addressing concern over reports over sports fundings, the release stated that if an individual lawmaker decides, please do not call me. Addressing the concern over sports fundings, the release stated that if an individual lawmaker decides to use part of his or her legislative engagement allocation to support community programs such as sporting events, that decision is made at the description of the individual representative and should not be interpreted as the direct fundings decided by the county administration. The administration therefore rejected claims that the superintendent or county administration independently decided to provide $10,000 to lawmakers for football tournament, describing such accusation as inconsistent with the county's legally established budget approved process. While defending the budget process, the administration acknowledged that many citizens believe public resources should be directed towards other pressing development priorities. It welcomed those views, saying public input will continue to shape future budget discussion and county development planning. The release concluded by reaffirming the NEMA County administration's commitment to transparency, accountability, responsible management of public resources, while encouraging citizens to seek accurate information and participate constructively in decisions concerning the development of Nimba County. So that was the release from the Nimba County administration with regard to fund is also allocated for all of the 73 electoral districts across the 15 political subdivision of Liberia, or it is under NIMBA. And how then will 10,000 be given as a legislative engagement funds to lawmakers? So, like the superintendent through the press bureau said, that decision does not fall in the purview of the superintendent to go to county setting. The county council was part of the decision making. And it was not unilaterally decided, but rather through the efforts of the county council, with confirmation from the legislative caucus, going about taking $10,000. So Nema County people, that won't fall in your purview. So we thought to just bring that because we spoke about that yesterday. And we thought to also bring this relief we will go for this, like I said. This information about this 19-year-old girl being killed allegedly by her boyfriend, and sorry, let me get something here. So Augustine Linda is the name of the alleged perpetrator who tried to escape alongside with his brother, and they were arrested yesterday in Severely. So he explained what led to the incident between him and his deceased girlfriend. So we're going to listen to what Augustine has to say. And right after that, we'll come back and give our own opinion on the matter before we go to the foreign affairs clarification, and we declare the lines open for you, members of the public. But let's get this from Augustine as he clears his side of this whole thing. Man, people, they think, I would say, avoid problem, because if you don't want to be clear inside, you got to stay away from problem. In as much as you can stay away from problem, you will always clear your side. Let's get this.
Started selling coconut fiber. So normally I can run traffic in there. So immediately I can go sit down to help me, because she's selling coconut fiber. Recently she started selling coconut fiber. So normally I can run traffic in there. So immediately I can go sit down to help me, to help the food store and to one or two. When she finish cooking it, while she's serving, I be serving the water. So I can spend the whole day in the evening time for me and her going together in the morning. Go out there, the other horse, I'm going traveling. So suddenly we had noticed that the beauty now is not getting me or living together. She I'm means of count the rule. How do the need using on Facebook? Going to chat, like me using on Facebook and get bagging completion short at Telegram. Yeah, so he's a count the rules now. He can't read that in bad liquor. He a pretty massive and a bit drinking, but all things is because that now small chat people in here. So I'm really till that no be there. He pretty laughing. So what I read as a pretty the way that many account the road that here Alice when they drive near the very of my Alice. I said the way many account the road that here Alice when they here Alice laughing. She said no, here Alice not laughing. He just come on the room. So it's still 2 hours. One my mother bought me on the room. Say oh my man, they me and your girlfriend laughing. I said no man, can be true. They made 2 p for pretty. So here be laughing and each time you count the reason when you count the road, sometimes you're not counting when you make for you take out food they keep it. So then why they're having to do all the work and other stuff like yeah. So we take out food you can't they give it doing you say that we are saying that we can base that and this sunny she is oh but you going home so I said but 2 hours going together. Come on to go so far waiting for you. So I'll get full wait for her until we go home together. So on a Saturday after we sleep on Saturday, Sunday in the morning, I give her the full money for all the cook because all the come and pack and say, oh, we'll bring food for you, which is the 26th. Yeah, I call him and say, oh, we'll bring food for you on 26th. I say, okay. So I give her $1,000 for the food and I give her $1,000 for all the bag and clothes for $80 or $80 now. But we call our $80 to buy clothes for the girl. Now she asked me, she said, oh, what's about me? I said, no, man, I barely get money for you. So I get that they can start school already. So I get anything to offer you now. That's how we left here. I went on travel at Sunday morning. I went. I brought surprise clothes for her. I brought a surprise clothes for her. I attended over to her. I attended surprise clothes over to her. So me last Sunday, I told her, oh, if I won't go in, she said she won't go on me. She said, I'm happy that to go on me. I said, but the reason you happy that to go on, I go on travel, I don't go nowhere. She said, I'm not happy that to go, I'm going nowhere. I let me get that. I went on to I said, well, video because no food nothing like that. I said, but I say you could no food na I give na for the money. Yeah, 2009 he just share it, give me 1,000 I tell you, but 1,000 for myself. I already back close for you. So just share it, take 1,000 give me 1,000 for myself. Share that. I just say get money. Or friends and again as me to send a course and as me to send say oh and pretty it do it boy good. The boy give money to cover the careful for parents on here you going to tell the back close to it. She say I just did that but when you fair you just go and do anything. Yeah, we left you on doing that about jogging with just left it. I never want to have everything. She left onto the horse as Sunday she and the men went off. She and the general jaga they went on everything. Came back Monday again. We had the celebration day. It's on Monday. Yeah, in the morning we left to the horse. Everything she bring my hair, me water, table, everything I had say oh so I said I gave you money to try and get money for you. Yeah, I say I go on travel. I she say well you go on travel so you give me cabbage. I said but what you going back give cabbage? I say you going nowhere. He say you working about. I'm working about so tell me yeah I left it yeah I won't travel. Yeah I won't travel. She went on again for the second she the singer went off. So you keep that money now. I in the morning me her join the Fred nurse. Join the Fred nurse I had to call from for her. From took off from her I went through the nigga conversation. She in the nigga conversation everything. At day I get a notice a Bible she in the man know that she in the laughing everything all the time be on the go. Yeah man know that she in the men laughing. The mother be supporting by laughing. I engage her on that day. So on the Tuesday I had a mother come and mother say Otibo bring pay the phone to the house here. I went attend the phone over the hall that Tuesday. Attend the phone over the hall, left it there. So that Wednesday night in the evening when she came for her clothes. I don't know making how that's how we go to back. Go to back so I go my travel. So yeah, so taking over the go to back I see her she nagged it. She say Otibo I come for clothes. I said but hour that day you come for clothes hour that day. You can take clothes out if you want to take clothes. Normally they feed the road to all the in-laws yes and then you come to the house. So if you want to get your clothes wait yes and then come in the morning you take your clothes now. So I in the conversation with the clothes when she wants to clothes transition taking the clothes out let her fight. In doing the fight now I had a sudden incident took place. So let her fight I started beating her. I started beating her like she for. I got noticed that she was not corresponding anymore. I told her I carry her to the cross walk. Nobody helped me. I told her I carry her. That's on the but I thought I did but because the money didn't come soon because she said coconut factory. Recently she started selling coconut factory. So normally I can run traveling in there. So in the day I can go sit down to help me to help the food.
Wow. You listen to him. You listen to him, right? You listen to him. You listen to him. And it's so sad. You listen to him. Explaining what led to the incident. He and his girlfriend together go say help and do XYZ and blah 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 and blah. Look, let me say this. For me, I'm one person, I'm strongly against domestic violence. Yeah, let's get this clear. Domestic violence. Particularly the one that will lead you to taking the life of another person, and after that you're not concerned to call attention to know what happened, or maybe go to the hospital and you dragging the person, carrying them, laying there along the roadside so that people can know it's you who do it. It raises more question. But while the investigation goes on, here is what I have to say about this. This discussion going to be two-sided. I'm going to talk to our fellow young women, our fellow young men, about how we see things, how we handle issues, particularly when you are into an affair. Look, this here, those are things that happen in rural places. Some of them are not even in the media. You don't know, but it happens on an increasing level in the rural places, where people want to play double standard games. You want to play double standard games. You're into a relationship with a guy who you decided that, oh yes, this person and myself are going to sit down together despite maybe his financial status or his status in community or in the environment or what his yet you want to be into another side relationship. And not knowing or not care to think about when this person get to know, how would they feel? What would be the reaction? What would be the next decision that they will make? Will they affect me? Will they affect them? Will they affect our relationship? What next will happen if this person get to know? Both men and women don't think about that when they are into relationship. When we discuss it, I always say to people, when I always say that in this situation, the 19-year-old dearest is normal. Her parents gonna live with that trauma that, oh man, kill our daughter. Now the society we're in, because of its gullibility, they will always think one-sided. The victim will always be the one prioritized, and people will always be in empathy with the victim, which that's quite right to be. But people will not also be cognizant of the psychological effects or the circumstances that led to the incident that occurred. You listen to this young man. I'm not defending him. I'm just being rational here. I'm not defending him, but being very rational. This young man and this lady, quote unquote, into a relationship. The mother know about it according to him, what he explained, and the dad they go and say when he go run motorbike can't help do one or two because he want to keep the relationship close. Now, Tony says that's a big event. Everybody want to be away. Want to be by their partners. They want to be with their relationship, and other people so that they can share that moment together. Your boyfriend said, "Let's go out." He said, "No, I don't want to go out." Oh. Okay, no problem. Say you're not going out. It's just a long weekend. This time, Coke, here is money. Coke, carry it to my so that we can go to my family, so that my people too can say, "Oh yes, our children have come and this is what they brought." He gave you money. You refuse to do what he asked you to do, but you considered the fun. The place the both of you can go say, and you know the man there, every day the man coming, the man there, you have another person who coming to you, who your mother know about. I'm quoting him because according to him, the lady mother knows about this gentle Jack person who is alleged that was into an extra relation. The girl was into an extra relationship with. And if we can hold his information factual, if we just have to hold it and accept it to live by it, there was not the right thing that you, the mother, will be aware. You were aware that these things happening. But yet, you sit there with the other guy, the guy will come and sit and lecture with you. So you playing the other guy for food. Knowing that your daughter is not fully committed to this person. And you say, and that's not a good parental role you play. If we hold this as the factual thing, you are not a good parent. Then you don't mean well for your children. Because a good parent, a sincere parent will never behave that way. Now, here is the outcome of the bad parental role you play. Your child there now, somebody go and hint them and say, "Oh, my man, that man that coming, information don't have. News are free thing. People say the only thing I know about in our library settings is that the food you can eat to your house. But information does not have. Somebody hit the man, friend, whatever, my man. You think that guy that coming all every day, you think that man and you get it on something. Put the man on his guard. Begin to look and monitor the process. On a holiday, you say you don't want to go out with your boyfriend, he left you, he went to hustle because he want to maintain you. Because he want to certify you to get everything you need. He goes in the court to hustle and other things. You left him. Photo boyfriend, went to club. When you come back and dress a brew, that's just, let's leave this situation. That's the reality that happens now in our setting. Soon the person say, hey, what are you doing for me? Why you did I die? Blah, 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 blah. They talk these things and, raise up shoulders. And there are many people who do not control their emotions. Bam. They're being led by their emotions. And they could do just what he did. Enter into a fist fight. At the end of the day, she's gone. She's no more. Only because he said, oh, she loving. Because he felt that, oh, the men are army men. So the woman loving the army men. She will disrespect me. She not start disrespecting me. She coming to my house. Now me her in the house. She taking her clothes. She won't go. No, so me I will not allow it. They enter into a fist fight. And mind you, illiteracy. Let me say this. Illiteracy plays a pivotal role in the society. Because there are people who feel that when they have one girlfriend, they feel that they want to hold on to her. They feel that when they get leave me, I'll go get another girl. Me, I get money, I'm a hustle, so I got to protect this. So at the end of the day, they go into a fist fight, whether play or not. Now the girl becomes the victim. The girl becomes the victim. He too, let's agree that the girl play on you, looking at the psychological effect on you, looking at whatsoever thing that will happen, how disheartening it is, how you feeling, and not finding another remedy, being a man enough to control your emotion. But you go and enter into a fight, not thinking about what the outcome will be. The incident occur. Instead of you calling attention to the police, say, oh look, maybe my girlfriend entered into this is what happened. I understand what happened, but let's go to hospital. Boop. You drag her. You went, you lay her aside. You say, but let her be when they put this call, they will not know say like me. And knowing these things don't hurt anymore. And you escape. So it clearly defines your intention. That since maybe this girl loving her, you just want to deal with her one time, anything that happens, you don't care about it. That's why it entails. Because for the fact that you will take her remains, knowing that she's not corresponding, let me use his exact word. Since I noticed that she was not corresponding anymore, I just decided to take her to go lay her on the cross wall. Why you go lay her on the cross wall? She's your girlfriend. The both of you enter into a fist fight, and you notice something suspicious, rush to the hospital, call the attention of other people, go to the police, report yourself, go to the community, report yourself, say, oh, this is what happened. So that can define your intention. But you left it. You just took her, dash her, and you escape. At the end of the day, she become the deceit. And the parents are the victims today. That has happened. Why am I discussing this? Like I said, is to provide a caution, piece of advice to those of you listening and our young people, parents. Advise your children. If you know the guy on your tip, please don't go around him. If you know he cannot afford for you to face your hair, face your nails, give you the luxurious life you deserve, do not go around him. Don't accept his relationship. Say, no, look, there's a morning war. I need to plan my hair. I need to face my nails. I need phone. I need iPhone. I need this. I need that. I need clothes. You can't afford it, so I can't go into a relationship with you. But don't pretend to the person that you love them That you are agreed, you want to sit with them at the end of the day, and you start to cheat on them. You emotionally blackmail them. And they will lost their sense of reasoning that what happened. Because at that moment, he doesn't care anymore what happened. Enter into a fight without any remorse of conscience that, oh, maybe something will happen. Let me just let this be. See, I'm traveling. Let me go by my business and just let it get be. Since she came for her clothes, let me let her take her clothes and go. Whatever she want to do, let her do it. No. And you parents, like what happened to Jairus' mother? Yeah. It is being alleged that she was aware the guy will come and sit to the extent that where he has gone to. Even ask about Jairus, what happened? Does this and this person have anything in common? Are they on any relationship thing? I said no, because Alan knows. Jairus knows. She said no. The man just can't buy food. So they extent that when he's not coming around to buy his food, he will call. So as a regular customer, they will save his food. And this making another person to look very stupid. Excuse me for my Sunday school language, like my late boss Bob Marshall used to say, my Sunday school language. So you look to yourself like, so you parents, you play key role into advising your girls, your boys. Say, look, if you are not ready, don't go into this. 19-year-old person now, who knows what could be her future? Who knows what could be her future? But because she needed certain fashion at this particular time, and this making a fool, she going out doing this and doing that, and you, the mother, know about that. You don't want to say anything. You are not advising her. You want to play double standard game. You're being used as the medium to host the second party. Today, your child is the victim. Today, you're living now with that grief, in that tears, that emotional feelings that you will live with for the rest of your life. You want somebody is not forced. Tell them, say, no, I can't make it with you. You can't afford for me. No better days. Somebody say, there's no more love. Nowadays, people are not going after love. They're going after providers. So look, I'm not interested in love anymore. I want somebody who will provide for me. If that's what you want, if that's what you feel best for you, instead of emotionally blackmailing somebody, pretending to accept the person, and you there. Because the person too, just there doing I one or two hustle coming to you and you pretend it's not good. Parents, mothers, particularly mothers, you have to stop and be a good parent and advise your children. Give them the advice they need. Make them understand that, look, you have to explain to them the reality of life. What life comes with. What challenges, what effect it have if you want to play double standard game when it comes to relationship issue. Because mind you, this is a serious problem. Today that you parents say that because the person providing for you when they kind of give it, say, man, just hold it. What's that all about to doing? And you be there. And the man can provide for you, the man buying you this, the man doing that, the man doing this, and you live by it in the community. You seeing it, you are aware of it. That your child into 3, 4 different relationships. For getting to know the day all of them get to know what would be the outcome, who would be the victim. You don't care about that. So we just thought now, we're hoping that the police will do their investigation now that he's been apprehended. Since they enter into the fight and the person allegedly got killed in the process, and he too decided to drag the person, go dash the person. Why not go to the community and say, oh, me and my girlfriend were doing XYZ this, what happened? You let rush to the hospital, I don't know what happened. To know your standpoint. But with the action, it tells everybody, like, oh, maybe this was premeditated. You say, oh, Lord, I just decided to do this. Man, you people act. We don't know the state of feelings you were in at that time. Who knows? Like I said earlier, in this case, most people only focus on the victims. Everyone focuses on the victim. We are not looking at the psychological impact on the other person. But the victim becomes the major priority, and that's just the the rightful thing to be done because you did not die, but this person is dead. No matter how you feel, no matter how affected you are, it will not bring this person back to life. And that's where the law comes in. Ignorance to the law is not an excuse. It's of no excuse. It's totally of no excuse. So the law got to take its course, and the law will render every other judgment when pleaded guilty. For now, you remain suspects. They will investigate you when the law see it necessary to bring down a guilty verdict on you, and it goes on. My people, you got to advise your children. Let them stay away. And the person will understand that, oh Lord, but that person said they don't want me now. So there's no need. A hint to a word is just quite sufficient. You parents, you gotta be very careful how you advise your children home. Because you play major role into this. Like Alex, who is the victim's mother, like the guy said, alleged, she was in the know. This guy will kind of ever man will come sit down, to then let you buy drinks, they drink together, buy food, they measure your food as an extra customer. Extra customer, they measure your food. And other thing when it's not there, it's a VIP customer. Oh, yeah, measure my food. I come in and do it, and into that. And it's not good. So then you're the late mother, you don't know who your child was to become. She's living in that pain. Living in that pain. It's actually bad. Like I said, I'm not defending him. He did absolutely nothing to be defended about. You can kill somebody's child, drag the body, go lay it on the sidewalk, and you escape. What was your intention when you were entering into that fight? That you were experiencing, are you a doctor to know that this person is dead? Who advised you medically that this person was dead? Just go take her and lay her down, and perhaps she could be unconscious. Take her to the hospital. Call other people to come in. And that's where your intentions will be defined. People say, oh, but when it happened, the man called, they carried to get to the hospital, but she died in the hospital. Even though they fight, but XYZ, but you just drag the body, go dash it. So it seems to be that you plan to do it. This is the roundtable. If you're just joining us on Blaze Radio 90.7, my name is Archie C. Bob Yene. And don't forget to play the Blaze Cash giveaway. That's star 799 star 9 hash. Star 799 star 9 hash. And be part of the Blaze Cash giveaway here on Blaze. Foreign Affair has to say. When we get her, we'll just come back and make a few analysis on that and open the phone lines to solicit your view. But let's get the Foreign Affairs Minister right here. Let's get her right here. Okay.
Lies against me, my person, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they have been there since 2023. Lies against me, my person, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they have been there since 2023. They are not new. But what is new? What is new is the extent to which these lies undermine the fight against drug trafficking in Liberia. It undermines a highly credible investigation. And it undermines Liberia's positioning in the world. It's a new positioning, and that's new. And so in that regard, then I must speak. Right now, Liberia, I'm proud to say, is coordinating the Africa 3 at the UN Security Council. Right now, Liberia is coordinating the E10, the 10 countries that are elected to the Security Council of. So everything that's happening in relation to the Security Council, Liberia Liberia is leading the A3 and the E10. This is a major, major position for Liberia. We're the ones driving the conversations, we're the ones being contacted. Last night I had several foreign ministers calling my phone, trying to get us to take different positions and to take different issues to heart from their perspective. This is a huge deal for Liberia. That's leading me, myself, to conduct shuttle diplomacy to different countries. Some you will know about, some you won't know about because of the sensitive nature of global security, global peace and security. We are meeting world leaders. We are moving into territories that are even dangerous sometimes. And some of you remember that you saw me in Sudan, you saw me in South Sudan. I didn't go there because I was on vacation. It's because we're on the UN Security Council. Liberia is a key player, a key voice. We were the ones who served as the bridge this year to save the UN office on West Africa and the Sahel, the only entity that we have multilaterally to engage in Sahelian countries. These are the big things Liberia is doing. These are the things we don't talk about every day because of the sensitivities, but it's important for you also to know that Liberia you love, that's what she's doing on the world stage. After I left Khartoum, I was the first one to meet General Burhan in Khartoum since the war broke out in 2023. And after Liberia left Khartoum, I'm proud to say African Union went in at our request and now the UN is back in Khartoum. That's the stuff we are doing in the world. This is not a joke. And so when you're talking about Liberia, you're putting things out there, we need to be responsible in how we shape the view of Liberia. We're not the same Liberia we used to be. We're not the same Liberia we used to be. Be proud of the Liberia we have today. Be proud of President Boyka's leadership, and be proud of what Liberia is doing in your name. We've not been in that position for decades. And because of this UN Security Council and the critical role we're playing, I could pick up the phone and I could call to speak with President Trump's advisor on Homeland Security. And at the request of the IG for police, thanks to him for his leadership, and Director Gabe, who gave me the talking points, I was able to, after I called them, I received a call from the White House Situation Room in the National Security Council of the United States. And I gave them the points that were necessary after the $90 million bust. And that's how we got boots on the ground from the USDA to help us to get to where we are. This is not a joke. President Boyka is not joking about his fight on drugs. And this is not a joke for the Liberian people, especially the children unborn. Because we are preserving a state that will deliver results for the people of Liberia. Lies against me, my person, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they have been.
So that was the Minister of Foreign Affairs right there, and she's providing some clarity on the allegation that is being leveled against her on this whole drugs issue, a connection with the drugs. And according to her, look, this is not the first time that people will be lying against me. The lies against me has started since 2024, blah, 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 and blah. So you listen to that, and hey, let's say this. Like I said, we will continue to talk about this drugs thing, and we pray and hope that, as the police director said, that there are key top government officials in connection with this drugs issue. We pray and hope that all necessary investigations will be done, that people's name will come out. People who are responsible, people who are connected, just as they are naming and shaming other business people who are involved, just as they are naming and shaming other government officials, the police, the DEA, other people who are involved. Let this process continue. The Liberian people deserve to know how this huge sum of cocaine entered the country. Who are those responsible behind? Who are those that are just serving the public in our like brain with wetty black heart. They know deep down their heart they are starving the country at the back, but they pretend to so love this country. So if the foreign minister who is the face of Liberia on the diplomatic scene name is being mentioned, I think it's necessary to clarify just as she has spoken. You listen to her. I don't want to say much about what she said. You listen yourself and I believe you dissected few things that she mentioned. This is not about politics. I always say this, the issue of the drugs thing, not Unity Party thing, not CDC thing, not ANC, not CMC, not any other political party issue. It's about Liberia. Because, mind you, Liberians are the ones that are the victim of those illicit substances. Liberian youth are the ones that are today in the street that people refer to as Zocos. Liberian youth are the ones that people refer to as less privileged people. They're in the street, they are the victims. And so if we must discuss this matter, if we must put all hands on decks to fight this, let us take politics. Start shifting blame. People say, oh, do we see this time? I bring the just. Oh, you know the party that you bring the just. Oh, the other party that you bring the just. No, it's not about that. It makes no sense that you continue to shift blame. Opposition, you could be constructive in your criticism. Put the government's feet to fire for accountability, for the impartial investigation. So that, because if you allow political discussions to surpass it blinds the minds of people. It dissuades the minds of people from the actual thing that happened. And people will be discussing the political side of it instead of looking at the logical aspect of it. People will be discussing it politically and not focus. *9 call us on 0777 or on 886-029-333. You listen to this young man explaining why he has to enter into a fight with his girlfriend. Hello? Oh God, you went off the line. Call us back on 0777 Let me get this person. Hello?
Hello, G. Doing?
How are you? What is your name?
I'm fine. Joseph Nunes Gary from Pampush Community.
Go ahead.
How you doing, G?
I'm
G.
good.
But I get paid, bro. Let me be real on you. I get mad. Very, very bad thing. You can be sitting there being praising and the body be hustling. I might say I am a hustler. I can be doing that. Then you the old man, you be sitting there and be praising that. But the old man, I be doing bad thing in the country. I didn't have fun.
Okay.
It don't fun that real life. So she was saying, they do ask her too. Yeah, they do. Ain't no, they do ask her. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. This person, what is your name?
Good afternoon, Archie. This is the councilman.
Oh, council. Abraham Wisa.
Yeah, thank you so much for the recognition. I call from GSA. Let me say thank you for the program. I want to speak quickly to the two issues you talk about. The first one regarding the guy. You're not really following because I joined the show later, but based on what you just explained, I think this is what we're experiencing in our society. And I think you make the point 1,000%. If you think you don't have interest in a person relationship, let them know that I don't have interest.
Oh, yes.
And the person is going to back off. The mother should not be using Peter and be getting money from Peter while John is there, is the new person loving to the girl. But every time Peter bring money in, rest or she embrace it, she say, my son, Bible said it, that the heart of a man is wicked and desperate. We are very deceitful. So those parents that are doing it, they are agents of the devil. Yeah, because you have to be fair. If you are not fair, daughter or your son is going to bear the consequences.
Oh, yes.
I'm not saying it was good that she meet her demise, but again, it should be a lesson for our mothers who are playing double standard game. Lastly, to the issue of the drugs, when the foreign minister speak, I follow her like you just play your clip, but Achibo, I did not really listen to her, saying that I'm guilty or not guilty. She just spoke about Labrador relationship. I did not hear her saying, I know nothing about that. I have not gone abroad. Yeah, I have not gone abroad to say I'm contacting any drug cartel. Somebody even made me the trading of drugs. I think that should be some of the key points making. But when you start to brag about Liberia that we are the Security Council and what have you, for me, I think she's not really making the point that we want to hear. Okay. However, the government will feel against drugs because they are not fighting it holistically.
Thank you. This person, what is your name?
Yes, good afternoon. Achi C. Bobby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is Winston N. Biander Adoyi from Google Road.
Go ahead, Winston.
Yeah, Achi, thank you for the show this afternoon. Firstly, let me speak to the opinion of Madam Sarah Besno Yanti, the Foreign Affairs Minister. You know, I respect her opinion, and I know she has integrity. She knows that this government came under the mantra of declaring drugs as state emergency. It was liking her achievement international community, wherein she has brought a lot to Liberia by restoring our diplomacy on the international community. Okay, leaving that, coming to the Augustine boy who took his fiancé life. You know, we condemn the act strongly because there is no reason to take somebody's life.
Sure.
There is no reason that will be stated to take somebody's life. But some of the parents of our guests, they can lead people to such a condition. Because not on your show, on one of your sister radio stations, a mother spoke and said that it is true and right that they get set out for 2 nights, Sunday and Monday.
You see there.
So
on a holiday that you're supposed to be with your boyfriend. On a holiday,
they may give you 1,000 miles to go. You say you're not going outside. Then going on with somebody else. He couldn't control his emotion. That's why led him to this kind of trouble he's in today. But the guest children that mother God will strongly advise them. They have serious problem. They want to play double standard game. That's what he did. Maybe they are free at this stage. They struggle. Get some. They say now they couple the men running a traffic. Then one AFL man just go and stand in the way because he getting one bell or 100 and plus. No, it's not fair.
No, I know. I understand.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me, brother.
Thank you, Wisdom. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Emmanuel.
Hey, you say your name?
Emmanuel.
Go ahead.
Yeah, concerning the boy and that girl you were just talking about, you said it all. I have nothing so much to say. Just like what I was trying to think on is whatever you said. But now concerning the foreign minister, the foreign minister spoke, and what she was saying is like to say she was the one that informed the U.S. government about the drugs into the country, which of course was not so. The U.S. government was the one that informed us about what went on. Now, nobody is undermining this government. The reality is the reality. What we see or hear, that's what we're going to talk about. We are here to prevent our people from getting into a bad habit. That's the main thing we are there for. So if we are complaining and speaking of those things, it should be what we're saying. And then two, Gregory Coleman mentioned that there are a lot of actors that are in the government are part of it. The best thing that you are doing now to get Gregory Coleman out and start to get those people that he emphasized on. That was all we expect from the government right now to carry on.
Okay.
So thank you there.
Thank you. Let me get this person. Hello?
I'm taking for tomorrow.
Patience, go ahead.
But the government will bring to power. The entire official is surrounded by the church. You know that everything now they get represented working, didn't they?
That's allegation.
You know that? Okay.
That's
This
allegation. Yeah, it's not proven.
The RG is represented for the police. She representing the foreign ministry in a cooking issue. You see it? She represented the foreign ministry in the cooking issue. And we are hearing again that Davidson Fuller told us that by the army called and told us that he told the people that there are 40 men in the boat. Who the person that get information to the post that 40 men in the boat coming? We won't know the person. And we get sure the person then which mean the army bringing themselves into this.
Okay.
You see it? Because the army when they put in one year. NSA need that. So everybody get represented in the cooking issues to say that is see the poor benefiting from. That's why they say we'll see election like cooking money depending on.
Okay.
So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Alex,
This is Archie.
how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, I am Jeremiah Siawe, and I'm calling from district number 6, Mosorado County.
Go ahead.
Thank you, my brother. You know, you're making me to love Blaze FM more and more on a daily basis for flagging this drug issue on a daily basis, brother. Let me first quickly go to the little girl that her boyfriend took her life away. You know, there is no justification for killing human being, right?
Sure.
You cannot justify for taking one's life away on a serious note. But I don't want to make it short. You know, our girls' children, sometimes every one of us saying, oh, mothers, you advise, but Ellis, I will tell you for free. Some of those children, their parents can advise, but they will not listen, Alex. When they into that thing, they will not listen to their parents. They will always want to do things that they want to do. They will talk to them, they will set them down, and they will not listen. I'm not saying the mother advisor, but I'm speaking in other cases. And it's wrong. Sometimes it's good to listen to your parents, and it's good to do the right thing. Although she's there and going, it's painful, it hurts. It is not right for her life to be taken away now from a man. For this should serve as a lesson for her friends so that they can learn from this. If you decide to sit down with somebody, sit down with that one person and focus on that person. Even if you want to do things because we are all human, it should be done, in our form and manner that will not affect or it will not bring some level of disrespect to your friend. Now to the drug issue, Alex. You know, I always saying it. Until President Boakai can suspend or dismiss Gregory, we will not understand anything. Do you know that Gregory Coleman 2 months ago, he and his colleagues, he and his other ranking officer, they do one investor to RLJ and the video now circulating. It's on phone.
Yeah, until we verify those videos.
Allegedly they took iron to that man. They melted something, they put it around that iron, looking at gold, and they sold it to this man. The investor, the man went in American embassy crying. When they took the computer, Gregory stepped on that case. Now Stanton was not going to get all the information with his video, everything on the car, they use everything. So Gregory, they kind of make it sit over the kind of they kind of criminal case for Gregory to be presiding over the drug case, brother. It's troublesome. It's worrisome. I think President Boakai need to do something about Gregory.
Thank you.
Gregory not somebody to be to that place anymore. He's not the only competent person in this country. Gregory need to go.
Thank you. That one falls in the president. Why you go on? Hello.
Hello.
What is your name?
Calling from Abraham Kamara, calling from Duporo.
Go ahead.
Yeah. My concern is this. Concerning with the ball, you should take the girl and carry her to the hospital. Then they can verify that anything. Then they can hold on. But how did he did? For me, he did it intentionally.
Yeah, because taking her to go lay her on the roadside.
Thank you.
Things.
Concern the foreign minister, she there to guard the government. She will say anything to guard herself. Because Trump is a drug issue. Gregory, now if you go to Liberia Traffic Management, our autonomous agency, which is Ministry of Transport, the Justice Ministry need only lesson they giving us now. So I want to know whether Gregory and the Justice Ministry they working in hands or they working for the Liberian people.
Okay.
Justice Ministry they're working together. Okay, come on. And his deputy is that he suspended or fired. That man involved in armed robbery during my religion time. They took me from the force. Later, Gregory took seat again. You call the same man. So anything from that man, when he say, because they are allies. That can tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
0777907907886 02933. And let's hear you on the round table here. This person on the line. What is your name?
Hello.
Hello, what is your name? Where you call from?
I'm calling from the president.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the thing is talking about the police director staff. When you see officers doing out there, you could be carrying you could be carrying the ammo. So then we're gonna be officer with guests. You come to here now, we have to stand for ourselves. The former presidency will have to be give ourselves. People were taking it to be. So now you go see one police man in one uniform, and they say, oh, my man, we can't say a two more. That came to grabbing out of police officer. So they come to need to stand sooner. Okay.
All right. Hello? Hello? Are you here? Please don't hold the line. 0777907907886 02933 are the numbers. So don't forget to play the Blaze Cash giveaway. That's *799*9#. *799*9#. Play the cash giveaway right after here. Somebody are going to be here. The next announcer going to be here to give you some funds if you are part of the winning people. So to put your name on the winning list, that's *799*9#. Hello?
Hello?
What is your name? Please lower your radio. What is your name?
Man, calling from Ralphie Highway.
Go ahead.
Actually, concerning that girl, AP man has so much.
I'll tell you.
I'm a grandmother and I'm a mother. But I can never allow my 19-year-old child to be in a cell with a boy. No way. If I don't have it, then my child will eat dry farina. But I will not be there for a motorcyclist to come and kill my 19-year-old child. You know how long I took to mind my child? You see some of the mothers, they dare to allow their children when they're born the child, they must live for the child, or the child shouldn't live with it. That the mothers can put those children in notice. I can't allow it, actually. I got my 2 grandchildren here. When I'm inside the inside, what a 19-year-old child to be a motorcyclist. I can afford for my child. Don't be there for the child to be arguing with you. Don't be there for the child. Oh, mama, let me go, man. No, you spoiling that child. My child can do a different thing on her. I tear it and brain it. That's the kind of woman I am. My child living with me, I'm not living with her. So you see some of the mothers say, they can do those things with their children have.
Okay.
So I should in a peace for today. Thank you, my child.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 077790797. And I think she'll make a point because if you start to allow your children on their own, they have to provide for the family and stuff like that. So they become breadwinner for the family. Hello,
Yeah, hello. Yes, sir.
what is your name?
Yeah, my name is C.C. Connect calling from Rafia with you community.
Go ahead.
It's just like the incident took place and we should have to get condemn the act because of him killing for him killing his girl. But some of the parents are responsible. It does not mean that 19-year-old child cannot fall in love or they cannot see that in parent area. But the woman know that the man and the girl love him. The woman know. A lie another man, a lie another man again.
To be coming around.
To be coming around. So that man are coming, you should know that man as someone like a motor that. Which is EFM. That man will not be supposed to attack that EFM. He settled in 40 because when he listened to the recording, according to him, when the girl went for the crew, he told the girl, say, we in misunderstanding. So we in misunderstanding. It's better for you to go
and come with your friend.
Come with your friend. At least you could have buried.
Yeah, and just stand by his word.
You could have buried the way you wanted to take your clothes, take your clothes and leave. You could have buried. Maybe they get too tempted with me and you know somebody girlfriend.
Yeah, definitely.
The high that point you start you pray that those are the more than will learn less. You will not put that you in a key relationship.
Okay. Well, if you're just joining us, well, this is Blaze FM, the round table. We have a few minutes, less than 5 minutes to be here. And the Blaze Cash giveaway is also on the show. That's *799*9#. Be part of the Blaze Cash giveaway lucky winners for today. And call us on 07779079078602933 for a few minutes as we look. I'll make point like the mother said. You stop allowing your children to be breadwinner in a home. Let them not be playing the motherly role. Hello.
Hello, sir. Hi, Camille.
I'm good. What is your name?
My name is Alfred. We're calling from Dwalton.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I want to talk about that here. Yeah, but somebody called out there moral psychology. You know, relationship is like when I see people in the street. Even if pushing people in the street, if you have a relationship, the relationship will go back all up. But the person left the person, anything you do, that person will let it. When the girl, she don't want to confuse herself in that type of situation. Because you can't have a boyfriend trying to help you, and you put your hand on her. What if they bomb me as you say, now they see and I have money, but it's nothing for the school. So I will take all the blessings for your education. And he has to say that person is going to put that person first. Because your education will bear the consequences of your education. So what it means of me taking money and give it to you, say, put the food and carrot man. Before your hand. Because someone else putting nothing on ear say, I will do what we do together. Tell the person no. I have a relationship already and I want to fulfill myself because always you plan paper, you people that you're not playing that way of working your everything. You see? Then you know your mother know the man nothing to you. There's someone kind of way. Tell your mother say the man are coming here and I want problem between the man and my boyfriend. So that is messed up because anything you do, nothing will harm. If someone else accept us, we tell my boyfriend and today that I have to.
Okay.
They got to or someone's going to hold patience because it's going to hold a heart.
Yeah, but allow your feelings carry him.
And go and can him. And once that continue, going problem like this.
Okay.
So
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. This person, what is your name?
Yeah, my name is Reverend.
Go ahead, Reverend.
What happened here? Our children these days, their behavior is so frustrating. Okay, if your friend calls you or do things that are not well with you, it better you do away that friend. And also, you the mother, yourself, you coming over and telling people that she and the boy been into conflict. It was better for herself to even reach to the boy and say, come, what is going on? You people came here and you show yourself to her. If anything going on, I the mother, you gotta reach me. I'm the mother for every one of them. If she herself try and put things in order, it will not go that way. Who is 19-year-old girl?
I tell you.
And that kind of thing. That girl, what they want us to be discussing over it. But it's a warning. The falling of a dry leaf is a warning to the raw leaf. So now, who our daughters, our sons, they are here. If you do, I don't know how to describe it. If you put an anger, it will lead you elsewhere where you not belong. So that is what happened in his case.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you, Reverend. Let's see. Maybe this person could be our final call. You can call back on 777-907-907-86-029-333. But we don't have time. I think callers have made significant points. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, go ahead. 30 seconds. What is your name and where you come from?
My name is Samuel Snowy. I'm calling from Fanta.
Go ahead.
You see, I would always like to say this thing to all mothers. The careless mother, the mother that doesn't have that caring for her child. It takes a pity to see his own child from the first day old before I say now when born a child. And the end result, somebody can tell you to hold your child or going to the slaughter, you have to child. I would like to pay apology to all mothers, be a careful mother, not a careless mother.
Okay.
Because the thing that happen is too painful to that woman to give a child or to a man. If you know that the man is not capable for your child for the day you start asking child. Your child is the one that you want to control. Because tomorrow, if anything that happens to you, you will see the happy for you.
Sure.
Today, that you are losing your child and saying nothing else, looking the bad from you. So too painful to a mother.
Okay.
So as their advice is going to all mother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We don't have time. Let me squeeze this person as our final caller that actually been calling. What is your name?
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, my name is James Akwe, calling from Cinco area.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I think it's a sad situation, you know. Both sides. The young man now he has thrown his life away, and then the young lady she's dead. But like everybody, like most people have been saying, our mothers in this country, our mothers. Look, I'm a victim of exactly what happened, right? And in my case, I'm somebody that can afford, and then but in my case, I noticed it, and the mother, for some reason, the mother that I used to give money to, do good for, give her things. This dude came around till today, and is laughable till today. I don't know what thing they do to the mother. What he promised the mother. All of a sudden, the mother just started hitting me. Yeah.
Maybe why the guy used to bring more than what you were affording.
Maybe, but for what I was doing, I mean, the person I'm talking about at the time, I was paying the person rent. The person had a shop. I was paying for the shop. You know, and all of a sudden the manager changed on me, and because this guy came around, and thinking about it, sometimes when you in love or when you into it, you wouldn't understand. But when you get out, that's when you tell yourself. Let me, when I got out, I told myself, I said, but what was I even doing there? Can you imagine? In my case, I went and met the guy laying down on her bed in the apartment I was paying for. That I rented. So I look at myself. Listen, I know everybody don't have that.
That kind of
control. That kind of. I look at myself. I'm like, I'm too good for this. I just look at her and say, oh, I accuse you of this person, and you said XYZ. Oh, okay, no problem, ma'am. I was done. I walked outside. I got in my car. I left from that day to today. But I mean, in that, can you just imagine? You see that kind of thing. I would have jumped on or jump on the guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe today, somebody would have been dead, and jail or something, But it also, as much as our mothers, man, for little or nothing, and sometimes I can just imagine in this guy's case, he was a bike rider. So if it can happen to
somebody who can afford already.
Exactly, So if it can happen to some of us that can so-called afford, and then one dude can just tell the mother big things or what have you, and then the girl involved too start, for that, you know how we can call it like bro. So many you'd have been doing a late thing, then somebody was just coming around with some kind of because the person pendency I'll go, they can't violent, I just do this and do this. But I mean my advice to my advice to men and young people, we just gotta. I mean, when you find yourself in any kind of situation, just control yourself because your life is more important. Your future is more important. Like me that day, when I drove away, I was just laughing. I'm like, so that what can happen and people can get into a fight in the end, somebody die or whatever. Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for sharing your experience as well. Those are things we're talking about because in this country, these things happen. There are a lot of victims. Well, folks, that's all the time we have here. This wonderful time. Join us tomorrow, Friday, and at which time we're going to be here on the weekend edition of the Roundtable. Until then, keep listening to Blaze Radio 90.7. My name is Archie C. Bob Yene. I'll bid you a pleasant goodbye for now. Remember, don't trouble before trouble sees you. Good night and stay blessed.